guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. Just kidding. If you know anything about me, I've watched YouTube videos for years and I would love to do an opening like that, but that's not what this is. So today I really wanted to talk to you guys about my story. And over the past 2 years, I've really gone through a lot of transformation as an adult, as a mom. I was a wife. I was all of these things, and a lot of them I still am, but I'm trying to figure out how do I define myself. And a lot of times people will have these situations define them. So I am here to tell you guys that I'm not defined by the situations that I've gone through. What I am defined by is my victories, how I have prevailed, how I've overcome in life. And what I want to do is share my story so that way I can empower others to do the same. So the first video really in this series is defining me and talking about my divorce. So divorce unfortunately is everywhere, and I'm 29 and I feel like there's a lot of people who have gone through divorce about this age. If you're going through one right now, this message is for you to help you get through this. So let me think back to when everything really started to change. I'm not going to get into all of the details, but I will tell you kind of how I got through it. It started basically in January of 2016, and we had decided that we were going to split up, and really at that point I was at a low, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. All I knew was the fact that I had this 6-month-old little girl and I was trying to piece my life back together. So I didn't want to move back to my hometown. I definitely didn't want to stay in the town that I was in. So I was just trying to figure out where's the best place for me. And as a mom to a 6-month-old, trying to piece your life back together like that is extremely overwhelming. So I found support. I had support in my best friends. I had support in my family. And I also seeked out counseling. So we had actually gone to a couple counseling sessions at the end of our marriage, and unfortunately it didn't work for us. But I continued counseling over the past 2 years of my life. So counseling really helped me stay focused and kind of walked me through all of the emotions that I was going to go through. So January 2016, reality hit. This is going to happen. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get through this. And instantly my mind started pinging everywhere, trying to figure out how am I going to fit all these puzzle pieces back together. So the one thing that I did turn to was distraction. So I was constantly trying to distract myself by going out or doing anything I could to ignore the reality of what was going to happen. And I realize now how unhealthy that was, but thank God for my friends and my family and my counselor who was able to walk me through. Like, some days you just cope. Some days you don't have to do anything. Some days you're just alive, you're surviving. You don't have to make decisions every single day. But what you do have to decide is that you're going to get through it. I know it's really easy to sit in this pity party of, why me? Poor me. How did I get here? I'm so angry at him for this. I'm so angry at myself for that. How did this happen? But instead of just sitting in this situation, you have to turn your mind to forward facing and future facing. So trying to fit all of those pieces back together is what you have to focus on. Not only for me, but the fact that I have this little girl here who's looking up to me, and that I'm trying to build a life for her and I. So really support was huge for me. And so that was in January. In May of 16, I moved back in with my mom, which I'll be very honest was a huge mental struggle for me to take all of these steps forward in adulthood and becoming this really independent woman. I lost that independence and I had to move back in with my mom because I didn't have money, I didn't have anywhere to go, and it was safe. So I moved back in with my mom in May. I started a new job, and that's really when things started to kind of piece themselves back together. I will say, going through the divorce, I would never ever wish that on anyone. if you have the opportunity and you have two people that absolutely want their marriage to work, do it. Do whatever you can. Unfortunately, we weren't in that situation, but I know I wouldn't change it because I learned more about myself in that 8-month period while we were going through our divorce than I ever thought that I would. I learned more about my strength. I learned more about how I handle my emotions or lack thereof. And I wouldn't have gone to counseling. I wouldn't have tried to better myself if I hadn't gone through that divorce. So yes, I am divorced, but I'm not defined by that. What I am defined by is the fact that I use that as an opportunity to learn about myself. I use that as an opportunity to grow and develop. And now I'm using that as an opportunity to hopefully empower you guys to get out there, stop being in your little pity party, and just try to make yourself better. I know it's hard, and not every day is going to be easy. Not every day you're going to wake up and be like, I'm going to kick some ass today. I'm going to overcome this. It's not going to be like that. But you have that choice. And some days you cope and you're in survival mode, and other days you got to get your ass out of that bed, figure out how you're going to get through this, and prevail. It's a very simple process, definitely not easy. So have your support system in place, have a plan, and be easy on yourself. It's really easy to be hard on yourself. It's easy to say, I should be doing better, I should be doing this, comparing your situation to other people's, but you can't do that. You have to focus on yourself. Every day is one step closer. Every day is one step to get you through this, and just stay focused on the end goal. And that's really it. I want people like me that have gone through something like this to know you don't have to be defined by your divorce. You can be defined by your victories. You can be defined by the fact that you overcame that. And not only did you overcome something as devastating as a divorce, but you prevailed. You did so much more than what you thought you were going to do. So this, like I said, is the first of one of my videos, the first of many of my videos that I'm going to put out there just to share my story in hopes that I can empower you to keep going. If you are going through a divorce, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your family. If you're considering divorce, absolutely don't give up. And counseling is not a weakness, it's absolutely a strength. So seek that help, find your support system, don't give up on yourself. But if you're already in it and you're already going through it, or you're already done with the divorce and trying to figure out how to find yourself again, just know that your divorce does not define you. You're defined by your strength and your triumphs and everything that you've overcome in life. So keep at it, keep prevailing, and I'll see you in my next video.